morning, BodySlams podcast viewers, and welcome to the debut of Season 3, Episode 1 of Breakfast and BodySlams. I know it's been a minute. As always, we went on hiatus after the Christmas season, and we were dumbfounded of what to do for Season 3. Only because everybody out there in the podcast world is doing the exact same thing, constantly talking about the exact same stuff. But we decided to focus on one thing and one thing only, and maybe a little bit of news here and there around the wrestling world. And that mainly is Three Legacies Wrestling, located in, is it Lancaster or Lancaster, Pennsylvania? We'll get Joey Image to give us the input on that small detail. But without any further ado, let me bring in my analyst, however you want to call it. He is that Italian hero, that Italian stud muffin, with Buddy, the Italian beagle, by his side, Mr. Joey Joseph Image.
Oh, wonderful timing. Fucking dog.
I know,
driving me
wonderful.
nuts.
Oh, what? He ran away? He went lay down? He ain't co-hosting with you?
No, he's trying to climb on my desk.
Well, Joe, we had a wild weekend starting on Friday, matter of fact.
Jesus
Three
Christmas.
Legacies Wrestling with another sold-out show in Lancaster. Real quick. Lancaster.
It's one syllable I was told many years ago by Zach Carlucci.
Okay. Yeah.
I said Lancaster in a promo, and he was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? You can't say it that way. That's how they'll know you're from New Jersey." Said, yeah, I'm announced from Atlantic City. I'm sure they know where that is.
We got one viewer already in the room, and let's see if it pops up on the screen here. Yeah, my Wi-Fi over here is acting up a little bit. Oh, there it is. It's
You know what? Turn that off. I didn't get a hello. Only you did.
yeah, of
Not
course.
important.
Of course.
Not
of course
important.
I did. Well, we're not gonna waste any time because important people are very busy men. But we also got to bring in another very important person. He is now probably going to be one of our regulars on here, of course, because he's your broadcast partner.
You talking about T? Is T here?
We'll get T on eventually. We'll get him on eventually. I have no idea. We have not confirmed what we're going to do with T because everything's Three Legacies.
It's 10 o'clock. I'm sure he's not awake.
Yeah. Well, your broadcast journalist tag team partner is in the room.
I'm not a journalist.
Of course. He went to the Bobby Heenan School of Journalism. He's none other than Chris O'Malley.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Christopher.
What time do I get to order my breakfast?
It's going to get Uber Eat to you or DoorDash by.
Oh, that is fantastic.
By Joe.
I love the service here. Oh, by Joe personally. Is Buddy coming too, though?
I'm going to leave the show for 3 hours to drive and then 3 hours back
to Lancaster.
By that time, you might be done.
Yes, to Lancaster.
I'll have missed the rest of it.
No, by that point, your beagle's going to eat my entire breakfast.
No, he'll be home, hopefully. Jesus.
Yeah, so, guys, I see everyone's rocking their Three Legacies gear. You got the Build Your Legacy shirt.
I need I need a kid-size one for him.
We need
me and Joe rocking the hoodies.
Oh, yes, can we get Buddy the Beagle as the official mascot of Three Legacies Wrestling?
Okay,
oh
there you go.
I'd be so afraid to bring him, though, even though it's a big room to run around in. He would be crapping everywhere.
To 3L Management, we're putting this on you guys. We need pet supplies for dogs, guinea pigs too, because I did a guinea. I'm sure he would want one as well.
Hey, I'm overweight and Italian. It makes me a guinea pig, right?
Yeah. So, by the way, if anyone out there wants any Three Legacies merchandise, they're on Pro Wrestling Tees. That's right, ProWrestlingTees.com. 3L Wrestling. Get your.
I didn't see the Red Rose shirt.
Yes. Well, it's on there. I didn't see it at the show.
Maybe
it probably all sold out. Exactly. Sold out. It's
I don't have one of those. I've got one of each of the others.
Around the wrestling world.
Buddy, relax.
So,
let's come up here and say hello.
Any further ado, we're going
I'll try to
bring
get him
on
in a minute.
We're going to bring on the man behind Three Legacies of Wrestling. Not just the promotion, but also the academy right there. Couple doors down from Red Rose Sports Cards, another group of individuals that we're going to get into. We're going to give them our cheap plugs, as always. Yes, always cheap plugs. You know, we ain't balling like that. We ain't got that sponsorship money yet, but we will eventually. None other than WWE superstar. He was also on AEW as well.
Spanish commentary, I believe.
Promotions across the country, across the continents. He has opened up schools, like I said, in other continents. What more can I say that has not been already said?
He's a wonderful hugger.
Yes, he is a great hugger.
Probably a great kisser too. I don't know yet.
Yes, on Friday night
I know Chio's a great kisser. I know that.
Shh, don't tell everyone. None other than Ricardo. See, I wrote my R's there. Rodriguez.
I've been trying to do that on commentary for months, and I can't get it to work. I was end up chewing on my own tongue because I'm a fat idiot. Good morning,
good
sir.
morning, fellas. Joey, buongiorno. Morning. Happy to be here with you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Buongiorno.
How was your I guess your one day off between shows?
Oh, there's no days off.
You didn't
man.
have a day off.
Well, I mean,
the hustle keeps up. Hold on. So last night actually we had I was at an event at SWO. So it was nonstop. Like the day doesn't there's no days off. This whole thing is a constant hustle. I mean, obviously we had an amazing event on Friday night at Fool's Gold. We had another sold out crowd. That's the third one in a row, and that's awesome. And then yesterday, obviously, I had an event at Susquehanna Wrestling Organization up in Seven Valleys. That was a lot of fun. Good crowd. And then today, here we are, man. My day started like at 5:30. Went to the gym, went to a meeting, and now just here at the school at the moment. Gonna go into Red Rose Sports Cards in a bit too. Our tickets for our next event is actually gonna go. They're gonna go on sale at noon. And then tonight we have open ring training. So it's the day. Yeah, it just keeps going.
5:30 a.m. What does that even look like? I have no idea.
He's the man.
Yeah, it kind of looks like midnight. It looks like 1 o'clock. There's no sun. A lot of.
See, I know what that looks like. I've seen that lots of times.
So yeah, it looked kind of like that, just a lot more quieter.
Oh man, what a hectic man! I don't even know how to get into this with you right now because I know emotions are probably still running high for you. Just because ever since day one at when the debut at 3 Legacies, you had one individual that been, I'm gonna say, riding your ass from the get go. And he happened to be just one of your students.
Hey, isn't
this guy here, Clayton Adams? Oh my God,
his birthday, Chio?
Yeah, it is.
I believe so.
It's his birthday.
I'm not gonna say the happy birthday thing to him.
Yeah, this kid, for all you done for him, I don't know what's going through his mind. That since day one, like I said, he comes in, choke slams you on the first event. Second event comes out again, and then eventually he aligned himself with this Lancaster prima donna guy who thinks he runs the town and stuff, Mr. Kevin Murphy,
the richest man in pro wrestling, according to his own lips.
I don't understand how this whole thing even started as far as that goes. Like we ran into Clayton Adams like six months ago. He was working at Arugas. He's actually a sponsor of us now. He was working at Arugas. We bumped into him. We offered him, hey, we have this thing going on. Would you be interested in becoming a pro wrestler? He jumped on it. He was actually the very first official 3 Legacies Wrestling Academy student. And then since day one, we were teaching him as much as we could to the best of our abilities. And I think once he got a little bit of an idea of what the possibilities of becoming a pro wrestler can become or can be, especially where I've been, what I've done, the WrestleManias, the tours, the fame, fortune, all that stuff. I think all of that kind of went to his head, and he decided to bite the hand that feeds him. Which I don't understand because these are very, very huge rookie mistakes. And yeah, on the first event back in September, October, for him to come out after the match, after the very first Three Legacies match, and then attack me, why? It just left me dumbfounded. It definitely, I didn't understand why. Um, because we took care of him. We brought it. We took him in. We offered him basically everything that we could, and for him to come back and do that is still I don't understand. I don't understand. And then also to correlate, to bring in Kevin Murphy into this whole thing. Yes, sure, of course, I extended the olive branch to him. I offered him a spot at the very first event against Sinister X, which is another thing. I offered him a spot on the very first match, on the very first show, excuse me, and and he didn't show up. He said he was injured. He was hurt. He had a concussion or something. Um, but I realized now what it was. I mean, like it was his own ego. It was his own ego, and then this is what happens too when people get in other people's ears. Because ultimately, it came down to Kevin Murphy getting to Clayton Adams' ear and then promising him something, giving false promises, empty hopes. That's what he's giving him. Because at the end of the day, this is still Three Legacies Wrestling. This is still my company. This is a whole community effort, and all of us create this. It's not just one individual person. Kevin Murphy's coming in thinking that he's bigger than all of us, and it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And sure, I'll give Kevin the acknowledgement. He's making moves right now. Sure, he is, and he surprised me with this whole Sinister X thing. But this is bigger than him. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than both of us. And at the end of the day, I don't know how, because sure, I'll give him the advantage that he is from here. I'm not. I'm new to this area. I'm new to the people around here. I'm still learning as I go along. I've only been here in Lancaster for a year. He's been here his whole life. But that's also what I'm bringing to the table. He has not been out. I have been everywhere around the world, literally everywhere around the world. I have literally circled the globe twice, all the way around. So I do have that. But however, he does have the home turf advantage. I will give him that. But this is not how it's going to end. This is not how the story ends. This is only just beginning. We're only at the end of what was for chapter 5. We still have a whole novel, a whole series to go ahead. So sure, I'll give him the advantage right now. He's getting the better of me. I'll give him that. But this is not how this is going to end. How I'm going to get this, I don't know. But between myself, the whole entire community, we'll figure something out. What it is, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I have a question.
I'm confident. I'm confident I can beat him.
I think
Yeah.
part of his issue is something you just said, that turf thing. He's been here forever, or he's been there
Yeah.
forever. I'm not there. I'm here, but he's been there forever, and you're kind of a new guy to the area, at least. I feel like that's part of his problem, and he doesn't want someone else coming in and being successful in his turf.
So listen, I've been the new kid at school many times. Through my travels, I have lived in many places. So I'm used to being the new kid. I'm used to bringing something to the table that's not for everybody. I'm used to coming in and offering something, and then having the jealousy being around there. I'm used to that. I've done this before. But it's not until I go and I show them my work that they start kind of coming in and trying to leech off of what we're doing. Because again, this is not just me. It's a whole team effort. It's all of you guys. It's the students. It's the whole entire community. This is all of us. There's plenty of room for all of us to eat at this table. But then you're gonna have guys like that who are trying to hold on to, who are trying to gatekeep this whole entire community. No, this is for everybody. We're trying to grow all this whole thing for all of us. And then you're gonna have somebody like him who's gonna be very, very, very selfish and trying to keep something for himself. Which, I mean, again, I understand. He's been here longer than I have. I get that. But when I first came in, I went around and I told most people what I was going to be doing. I told them I extended the olive branch and I offered peace to everybody. This is what I have going on. This is what I have planned. I want to bring as many people alongside with me. But sure, you're always going to have your opposition. It's always going to happen. That never ends. This is a story that has been told so many times with different names on the dotted line. It's always happened.
Hey,
But every single time. But excuse me, let me backtrack. But none of those times was it ever under my umbrella. So I didn't have to deal with it on the first-hand basis. But now I am, because now this is the first time that I get to do this under my name.
Well, that was the question I was going to actually ask you. And sometimes it's hard to be an unbiased journalist when people are making it difficult and they're clearly targeting someone. But do you think maybe he got into Clayton Adams' ear and told him to go after you because you are the head honcho? It is your baby. Do you think maybe he's trying to make that impact and he's trying to show what he can do by literally going right for the top?
Sure, of course, and again, I mean, listen, it was a smart move on Kevin. It really was. Especially because he knew how much I cared for Clayton. He was the very first student. He was the very first prospect that we had in here that I saw so much, and there is a lot of potential in that kid. There is, but I'm gonna give all this to rookie mistakes. I was a rookie at one point. I was new. I'm still making mistakes as we go along.
Yeah.
But I've been there, so I understand. There is redemption stories all along the way. All for everybody is always a redemption story. But Clayton is making a huge mistake. He's being swindled by false hopes and empty promises. But so I'm not putting it all on Clayton. I'm not. I have to keep reminding myself that it's not his fault. Well, this is where I turn my attention to Kevin. He knows better. He's done this. It seems like he's done this before, and that's fine. Let him. I will keep moving forward, but so long as I have this little obstacle course, it is gonna restrain me a little bit. But we're gonna make this work. We're gonna push forward because come August 19th, we're building for something big at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and if this is something that he thinks he's able to do, by all means, go ahead, try it. Put in all the effort. Build your own legacy, because I know I am, and this is what I plan to do. We're going to be building something huge here. That's going to be a huge community effort. And I go back to something as a community thing. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than him. This is all of us. So yeah, sure. All right. There's only so much I can do with Clayton. But he's going to be a thorn on my side. I get that. But it all comes down to Kevin. Now he's bringing along Sinister X, who has had a big name here in Lancaster in the past, back when in the old LCW days, which I'm still learning about. Again, I'm new to this area, and I'm still learning about what's going on. But sure, all right, come on, Kevin. Listen, I'm tired of all this. I don't fully understand what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to get you're trying to get the rights to 3 Legacies, brother. You can try, sure, you can try, but I'm not gonna give you squat, man. I'm not going to give you a squad. Try and do what we're doing. I don't know. I'm getting riled up. I'm getting riled up right now.
Yeah, you need to calm down, relax, because I just got a instant in my DMs, Mr. Kevin Murphy himself. He sent me a text message. He said,
"Make it remind." Is it in your DMs or text?
It's the same thing to me. He says. This is the Prince of Pennsylvania, you peasants. Myself, Sinister X, and Clayton Adams are hanging out with the French bikini team as we celebrate our victory over that chump Ricardo Rodriguez and that Damian, Dorian, Darla, whatever he wants to call himself, blonde bombshell.
He knows his name is Damian now.
Yeah.
He knows what his name is.
Hey, it's diarrhea.
Yeah, he mentions that they're celebrating. They're celebrating their victory from continent to continent on the backs of 3 Legacies payday. What they got, because he's the richest man around. So and he said, we mentioned here at the bottom of it, at the end of the day, 3 Legacies will be in Kevin Murphy's world.
You know, that kind of shows you right there where his head is at, because he doesn't even mention his boy Clayton's birthday today. He just talks about himself. That whole message he just sent was about him, and he may have mentioned Clayton once.
Maybe that's why they're celebrating too. Besides the victory, maybe he's out.
We don't know that. He didn't say it. That's what I'm saying. He's all about himself. According to him, Chio, the other night, I got to just reiterate this as I mentioned it on commentary, but the other night, when we were doing our live stream from Friday night before the event started, Kevin Murphy came in and just sat down. First of all, pulled you out of the chair, very disrespectfully, pulled you out of your chair, sat down, looked me right in the eyes, and just berated me for like 8 minutes because I didn't offer him the mic myself. I didn't hold the mic for him. I didn't offer him money to sit and speak with us. He claimed I was being disrespectful to him, not giving him his props, and I'm like, wait, dude, like, you're on our show, man. Like, this wasn't something planned. I didn't know you were gonna come over here and sit down and kind of, shove Chio out of the way and just take over. And I just like felt very like, yeah. See, even Buddy didn't like it either. I can hear.
Yeah,
him
that's when we did the
Yeah.
live. That's when we did the live pre-show broadcast there.
Yeah.
At 3LW.
And he was just like super like rude, man. Like, come on.
Hey, Ricardo, I don't know what it is that you've done within your career as far as, but right now with all the positive stuff that you're doing for the Lancaster area, apparently you run it free of charge, space in Kevin Murphy's head that he has it out for you big time, that just because he's celebrating on a different continent, he has the time to tune in and acknowledge that you're actually on this platform, on this show here. I'm like, I guess you, the thought of you still running the company is instilled in his mentality. I guess he cannot really enjoy his celebration all that much.
I don't know, man. No, let him have his moment. I'll let him have his moment, so that when defeat finally hits him, it'll really sink in. I do have to go back to the drawing board. I do have to, trace back a little bit and kind of figure out my pieces as I move forward. What they are, I don't know yet. I have to kind of scope out what I have available at my disposal or in my hands to see what I can throw at him. I'm still learning about him. Before I was here, I didn't know who Kevin Murphy is or was. And I still don't know who he is. I'm still learning. All I know is he's this big shot money dude. Little bit of an imitation of a Miz and Zack Ryder.
And he's a bully to everyone around, staff and everybody.
But I'm still learning who he is. So it's hard to go after him when I don't know what I'm facing.
I want to throw something back. Going back to chapter 4. You were prepared for a one-on-one match with him.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He didn't even wrestle you. He brought in his boy Sinister X to take over.
And I should have, in hindsight, I should have been prepared for something. But again, I mean, this is what I get. I didn't know who I was dealing with. So now I have a better concept that he's a coward. He's not gonna do his own dirty work because he's gonna try and swindle his way like a little snake that he is. And sure, I mean, we all know that money talks, and I get that. As we have seen in the past, obviously he hired Clayton, he hired Sinister X. So I just have to be more vigilant. But just like I said earlier, I'm still learning. I'm still learning through my mistakes, and I'm gonna continue to make mistakes. But I'm gonna try and be a lot more mindful and alert moving forward. So we'll see what the future holds. But I have to take a step back and go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, for fans that are out there that just tune in who are not familiar with Three Legacies Wrestling, you can check out. Currently, the first 2 events are streaming live on Premier Streaming Network. It's only $50 for the whole year. So go there, sign up. You can check out all the Three Legacies events once they start getting the rest of the library uploaded to the network there. And like I said, only $50. I don't know if there's a promo code. Is there a promo code that they can put in?
No promo code. But it's great because you can actually also check out the first two events that are free with the subscription, and there's a lot of other promotions out there that you can check out, both from the US and the UK. There's a lot of the same amazing stars, wrestlers that are at Three Legacies that you can check out in other companies too. So the more eyes that there are on this, and this is actually something I have to probably do too, so that I can kind of get more ideas or be ready, have a game plan moving forward against Kevin, because I don't feel like this is something that's going to end soon, unless I nip it in the bud early.
Yeah, exactly. And for everyone out there, if you need to know any other more information about Three Legacies Wrestling, simply go to threelegasieswrestling.com and and they have the links on there. We can follow them on Facebook, TikTok, I noticed, Twitter, Instagram, and they have a YouTube page as well. I guess they got it finally when they get the more content uploaded to the YouTube page. I was just on it today. So
Chia,
but
let me just cut in for 1 second.
Sure.
I just want to clarify, because somebody asked me this Friday night after the show. It's 3 Legacies Wrestling spelled out, the website.com. So THREE, not the number 3.
We have someone comment. There we go. Maybe Ricardo needs some help from another Lancaster native to take care of his problem. I think we all know who that is.
It's possible. It's very possible. I know you've been frustrated, Blade. I know you've been frustrated, and I mean, I want to address as much of the situations that are going on, but I'm just this whole thing is really eating me up, and I think that's another problem that I have right now. This whole Kevin Murphy thing is really consuming a lot of the time in my head too. So just as I am in his mind, he's in mine too. So possibly it might be a thing. But keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing a hell of a job, Blade.
Yeah. For the talent that is tuning in tonight, open ring at the 3 Legacies Wrestling Academy, right there on Centerville Road, right a couple doors down from Red Rose. You can't miss it. It's across the street from Aruga's, the after party spot.
Mm-hmm.
So come in, get your workout in, show us why you're going to build your legacies with 3 Legacies.
So also before and I gotta go soon, but before we wrap up, I don't know if you ever get to see this, Kevin, but if you're able to read lips, and
you can say whatever you want here, man.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't want to. But tickets are gonna go on sale for April 29th. We come back for at Brightside Opportunity Center for Spring Forward. We're gonna have a lot of amazing talent. Check it out. We're gonna have some debuts. We just had 2 debuts, even with Clayton Adams and Damien Nord, who are 2 3 Legacies Wrestling Academy students that just made their debuts. And coming up, we're also gonna have another debut, and I'll spoil this one before the poster comes up. Zoe Cannon is gonna make her debut. So we're moving forward, man. We're moving forward, jumping ahead. So we got a lot of things going on, thankfully. And August 19th, we're going to be running out of Clipper Magazine Stadium. So this is all a whole community effort to make this happen, to make this grow, because I want to make this our WrestleMania. I want to make this our big World Cup. I want to make this our World Series. I want to make this our Super Bowl. So let's push forward. And like I said, thank you guys. I got to get going, but this is I gotta take a step back and then go back to the drawing board with Kevin Murphy.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you,
for taking
sir.
the time out of
sir.
your day to
Yes.
tune in with
Thank you,
us.
sir. Love you, brother.
Have a good day.
Take care.
So,
Hey, what am I up
gentlemen,
here for? Hold on.
yeah, you're up. You're front and center.
You're the
Joe.
star of the show, sir.
I don't want to be front and center of anything.
But it's all good though. But yeah,
I want to throw out a happy birthday message really quickly.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Jimmy Corderas. Go buy his book on Amazon. Today's his birthday. He's a wonderful friend. I wish we can get him down here to do some reffing.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you see people. He's plugging Jimmy's book right there. The 3 count on Amazon. That's right. The Kindle is $14.99, paperback. But they don't have a hardcover. And right next to him, we have our man Steve the Hershowitz, Steve the teacher.
I remember Steve the teacher.
You have to just stop trying to say it because you say it wrong every time.
Hershkowitz.
There you go. You got it. Oh my God.
I said Hershowitz, didn't I?
Yeah, you always forget the K.
Okay, yeah.
Steve the teacher. There's a name that brings me back.
Yeah.
Early days as a ring announcer
You should
for
probably
World
buy
Star
this
Wrestling.
one first because I'm in it, but also buy this one. But buy this one first. But buy them both. This one too, and this one first. But both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually heard there's a rumor that Steve's writing a second book.
Sweet.
I don't remember if I saw that.
I'm not going to beat it, I'm sure.
I
don't have no
remember
good.
if I saw him if he posted about it or something. This just came back to me now. I don't even remember. Either he's posted about it or somebody asked, like on a Facebook post, and he said like, "Oh, the second book will be out in 2024," whatever he said. But yeah, there may be a second one coming. So if I'm not in that one, I'm not buying it. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding, Steve. I'll probably buy it as a gift for someone else, not for me.
Hey, as Ricardo mentioned, that they're building up to that
Yep.
big show at Clipper Magazine Stadium. It was there last summer. It was a real barn burner, I'll tell you that. Though it was, the stars came out. Hey, and who knows, this maybe that might be the WrestleMania to end
I think
whatever.
he specifically didn't say that word for a reason, and you did.
Okay.
He said World Series. I want this to be a World
Okay,
Cup. And he didn't say that word, and you just
Clipper
right.
Mania.
Yeah,
blew it out.
Clipper something. Yeah.
Clipper Mania. There's only gonna be one barber there that night.
We'll
How many
figure
barbers
it
will
out.
be there that night?
we have
How
no
do you
clue.
know there? How do you know there won't be 2 barbers? You don't know that.
We have
Well,
no
the other one's in Massachusetts. So I
You
don't know.
wanna? Do you want to disrespect the barber
Is there
again?
gonna be free Clipper magazines? Like it's just stacks of them. I want to get one.
If you want free Clipper magazines, they show up in my mailbox all the time.
But that doesn't help me.
All right.
I can send them to you.
Free?
I don't want them. Yeah,
What's the
sure. Why
fee?
not?
In about an hour and a half, tickets will go on sale at 12 noon, starting for Spring Forward Saturday, April 29th, right back at the Brightside Opportunity Center in Lexington, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
First and second row, $20. General admission, $15. Doors open at 5:30. Why so early? Because it's been getting sold
not
out.
early.
No,
For
it's
7
early.
o'clock show? You think that's only an hour and a half?
No, it's earlier compared to other companies because a lot of them either start a half hour or only an hour. This is an hour and a half early. So
Yes.
we got that
need
extra
to-
half hour.
We need the
Yeah, we
extra
need
half
time
an
to
hour to get
fill-
the fans in.
To fill the
Yeah.
seat. Yeah, man.
I
We've
know,
been
yeah.
sold out 3 weeks in 3 weeks. 3 months, 3 shows in a row. Jesus. I'll
Yeah.
get it. I'll spit it out at some point.
Chio and
It's
I
early, man.
Chio and I both saw the growth
Yeah.
firsthand.
So did I. I saw it. I
and-
was there for every show.
And yeah, remember he was on the commentary team with
Yes,
you.
he was sitting right next to me.
And they're official.
It's like right now. Oh wait. It's this
And-
side. Oh, now I can't. That doesn't work.
This is their official ticket outlet, Red Rose Sports Cars. Like I said, it's only a couple doors down from the Three Legacies Academy.
Literally next door.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. For all your needs in cars, baseball, hockey, football, basketball,
Classic pro wrestling cards on sale.
pro wrestling, and as well as other cars that I do not participate in, like I guess League of Legends or stuff like that. Too.
Pokemon.
Yeah, but they got all sorts of cars there though.
Like these.
Over there, you have
I
to
don't know.
just
We're
have
not
to.
on camera right now, so we can't see it.
Oh, wait, here we go. Wait, right
There
there,
you
you go.
I mean, like
they,
stuff like that.
Oh god.
sure, yeah, we'll go with that. Like I said, it's stuff I don't collect, but they have a whole host of
Yeah.
other cars. They have a big back room where you can.
Those things
Go
are 20
through
years old, by the
What
way.
can you do in the
when I
big
used to
back
collect.
room?
I don't.
You play
I-
games.
I don't want to know. I don't want to.
Joseph,
Joseph,
back room.
exactly.
what do you want to do in the big back room?
I want to lay down on the floor and make snow angels in the dirt, in the unswept floor,
Snow angels in dirt, as opposed to dirt angels
in snow.
indoors.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I didn't think I forgot about that part.
Yeah, and
forgot?
then
I've been in a door before.
as
Joe
you're
Image, ladies
and
and
Wait a
gentlemen.
as
minute, if
you're
stuck in
over-
a
yeah.
revolving door, are you technically considered indoors because you're in the door?
But you're in and out, in and out. It's like
Right, that's what I'm asking.
it's like telling a kid, close the front door. You do what? Do you live in a barn?
like being with a woman. You're in and out, in and out. Hey, some barns don't even have doors.
True.
You know?
Obviously.
Those little those, what are they called? Condemned barns that don't have
Something,
doors on
yeah.
them.
Yeah, that's where a lot of indie shows are being filmed nowadays.
I've heard that before.
And after you hit up Red Rose or the Three Legacies Academy, just cross the street to the official after party place that what they usually have is at I said this, I was gonna do this for Pennsylvania Gym. I mean Carolina Gym. Rugas, the way
I
he
love that
likes to say-
place.
Yeah, really good food, bunch of TVs everywhere. You don't have a bad angle.
That's
at
what
all.
makes a restaurant good. Good food, and a bunch of TVs.
And Joe loves their music.
Oh, he loves
my
it.
God,
Absolutely
it's
loves it.
awful. Like, I don't even understand half the stuff that these rap guys say. But then they have it blaring in my ear while I have the TV on.
Well,
The TV on the wall was on, and the TV at our table was on.
I can't honestly say it was a. I can't honestly say it was a DJ or banner thing. It was like one of those, I guess.
It's almost like a jukebox.
A jukebox.
Yeah, it was like
so
a touch
everyone's
tunes or
playing
something.
random stuff. You hear rap music one minute, you hear country music another minute.
Then you got SDP, and then like Trace Atkins is going on.
Oh, yeah.
Then, like, Big EP Combs, whatever the hell.
Stone Temple Pilots stood out like a sore thumb with the playlist that was going on. It almost didn't fit the gimmick.
But I like that place a lot, man. I was only introduced to that place just recently in February.
How was your brunch burger, by the way?
So good, except for the runny egg that I had to send back and have recooked. But otherwise, I told my wife about that. I came home, they gave me this raw egg. It was terrible.
I made my order difficult.
Then the waitress came over and said, I don't like the eggs like that either. So I felt justified in sending it back.
No, my order was the best.
Man,
I was like, can I get my chicken sandwich on a pretzel bun? She's like, you're being difficult now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Customers not always right.
Customers always right in matters of taste is the actual quote, by the way.
No taste.
What we're going to do right now, we're going to hear words. I'm sorry, Joe. We're going to hear words from our buddy, Matt Turner.
Words of wisdom.
As he's going to tell us about the Stardom cast. And after that, we're just going to...
Matt Turner, my boy.
And we're going to run down the review of the results of what happened this past Friday night. Well, here's Matt Turner, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This is Matt Turner. Join me and my co-host, Rob Goodwin, every Friday morning as we host the Stardom Cast. It's a podcast we talk about everything about the fantastic professional wrestling world that is Stardom. We have news, notes, previews, and reviews, again, every Friday, the Stardom Cast. Check it out.
Wow.
What a good-looking kid.
Thanks, man. I try.
Yeah, you too.
I've known Matt Turner for about 20 years now. Love that guy.
I've known him for about 21-ish.
Hey, we had another comment in the chat.
Whenever 2002 was.
I don't know if you guys noticed it.
Whatever 2002 was. Yes.
I don't know what I just said. I met him in September of 2002.
One of our good buddies, Mr. Chris.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even get into the show yet over the weekend.
Well, Joe actually had a conversation with Delirious before the show went on the air. Joe, do you remember what he said to you?
Well, I went up to him and shook his. I put my hand out. I don't want to say shook his hand, but I'd only met Delirious. I've only been on, I think, 2 previous events with him where we met, and I went up to him. Hey, man, Joey Image. I don't know if you remember when we've only met twice before, or whatever. And he grabbed my hand. He didn't shake it. He just held it like this, just held it very oddly, and then looked at me and said, his head was going all wacky, and I was like, I appreciate the kind words. I took that to heart, and I appreciate it, and I hope you do great tonight. And then I left completely dumbfounded. Didn't know what the hell to say back to that. But
you just
I really I wanted to. I was going to ask him if he could write that down for me, but I didn't have my phone on me at the time. And
Google Translator.
Does Google, is that one of the listed languages? Delirious?
I have no idea. We have to look for that.
I do.
That'd be awesome.
Decker said, any fun stories from Delirious over the weekend? First of all, we didn't even start talking about the weekend yet, but the only story that I know besides that one is that I was helping to set up our commentary table, and this green masked guy walked in from the side door, and the fire alarm went off, and everyone had a panic attack. And everyone looked over at him, and he was like, and then everyone calmed down, and after about another 3 minutes, the fire alarm finally went off. Or shut off, I should say.
He was basically telling everyone to shut the hell up. That's what he
Someone
was
told
doing.
me, because I asked, like, hey, did anything go? Because I know sometimes the fire alarms go off, and it sends right to the fire department. And I asked, I don't remember who it was. It might have been Andy, our production guy, that did it. Did the fire truck actually show up when that thing went off, or no? And he's like, no, but he came in the same door last time, and there was no alarm. And I said, maybe they don't want him coming in that door, so they had an alarm installed before this event.
It's actually a Delirious alarm. It's not even a fire alarm.
It's like a lunk alarm at Planet Fitness.
Yeah, they have pizza day.
Lunk alarm.
That's right. Cheap plug for the place I don't go to, but still takes money out my account.
Oh, look at that cute little guy over there sleeping on a giant couch cushion.
The official mascot of House Image.
The official mascot of the Image compound.
All right, gentlemen, let's break down some of these results here. We've seen a debut in the opening of the show. We had one of the local favorites, Mr. Jason Blade, taking on a newcomer to 3 Legacies Wrestling, JS.
I made sure
Hawthorne.
to compliment Blade's hair. Okay, because apparently he didn't like something I said at the last event about his hair. He pulled me aside when I got there and said, "Thanks for the bad hair day comment. Please don't say that again." And I said, "You know what, man? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't remember. It was like 4 weeks ago. I don't remember 4
Joey
minutes
Image
ago."
doesn't remember. Breaking news: Joey Image
He
does
was
not
like,
remember.
he's like, "Oh, I whatever the match was, you said blah 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 blah." I'm like, "I'm sorry." So when he came out Friday, I made sure to compliment he got a haircut.
That's the only thing you
Coincidentally, he was
talked
a
about the
barber.
whole time was
I
how
wonder if
lovely his
he
hair looked.
wonder if he did it. Did he do his haircut himself? I don't know.
He did it.
but
He did it personally just for you.
I hope so, because my hair is running away quickly. You know, it's still there for now, but you know, you can see a lot more scalp than you can see hair sometimes. So
And
depends on which way I glue it.
We've seen Jason Blade at 3 Legacies Wrestling a few times now.
He's
Right,
got an A in his first name and in his last name. Jason Blade. Is that interesting?
That's a wonderful observation.
Factoids. Little
I love the broadcast journalism that
I
you
know.
provide.
Where?
You
I'm not
really
a
do.
journalist. I'm a broadcaster. Now.
And he managed to pick up that big W over the debuting of JS Hawthorne.
Yeah, the thespian. First time
yeah.
we've seen him.
It took him a while to make his debut. I guess he wanted to make a grand entrance because
First time we've seen him at 3 Legacies.
He's been around.
I didn't remember this during the match, but I actually met him in December at Toms River, New Jersey, at the Supercard, and he was great that night, and he was not as great Friday night.
No, not quite. But he has something to give 3 Legacies Wrestling because, like I said, he's been making his rounds to all these different promotions, and he's no slouch. This guy at all whatsoever. He's very educated. He's he plays chess while everyone else is playing checkers in there. He strategizes. That's what he does. He takes his time and he picks you apart. But unfortunately, like you said, he didn't come up on the winning end of on Friday night against the hometown guy, Jason Blade.
Hey, can I bring up one more thing about regarding Delirious?
Sure.
Somebody posted all the results of this event on Facebook, which I'm looking at now, and tagged each talent, you know, in their matches, so fans can click on them and follow them. Everyone's tagged correctly, and then Delirious is some band from the UK. So I clicked on Delirious, and I'm like, who is this? And where were they at the show on Friday night?
That one was probably just an accident one.
Well, gee, I couldn't figure that part out. I just thought it was hilarious that
they have to go back and fix it then.
I just thought it was funny that I clicked on everyone's name and it goes to their page, and you can like them if you like or follow, whatever. And
don't judge.
Like
don't judge me. It was late night. It was late at night, and I'm on my phone. I can barely see.
It was 2:30 in the morning. You should be asleep by then.
I know. I was up late prepping for today's show.
Driving. Today's show. My God, 2 days in advance? No, but we don't do that here. We're not that well prepared.
Yeah, well, I try to.
I'm never prepared.
I liked it.
I procrastinate a lot though, so I do like last minute things at the very end. It's usually how I get things done. Though
you have procreated a lot. You got like 4 or 5, 8 kids, something like that.
Yeah, shh. Don't tell
4 to 8 is a big difference there.
4, 5, 8, maybe.
Before you know it, I'm gonna be getting emails that I am the father. Don't.
You told me no. I already tried that.
He's got grandkids.
Oh, that's right. She was too young to have grandkids.
Shh, quiet. Start early.
These.
It's
funny. It's funny that you mentioned J.S. Hawthorne's comment about how he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, because that's exactly what Kevin Murphy said when he debuted in 3 Legacies Wrestling, and that was the next match that we're going to talk about.
Exactly.
Money and Muscles.
Sinister X and Clayton Adams beat Ricardo Rodriguez and Damian Anord.
The D is silent.
D is silent. It's
is it?
Anor.
It's but Ricardo said Anord earlier, so I'm going to say Anord.
At least you got the name Damian right, because Kevin Murphy has not gotten that
Darla.
right.
He called him Darla.
Dorian,
Darla.
Darla's hilarious because like
before you know he's gonna.
Oh, what was it? Daria, one of those.
Isn't that a comic?
Darla?
Yeah, a comic strip. Or
Darla Maples. Wasn't that one of Trump's wives? Darla Maples?
I have no idea.
Really? Come on, how did you not get that joke?
Darla was a character in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Sorry to hear that.
All right, enough about that, Darla.
Hey, there were midgets at the show Friday night. It was wonderful, and they had a shirt on that said midgets right on it. I was so happy to see those guys.
And as he mentioned, this was the debut of Damian and Clayton's first match officially in Three Legacies Wrestling, because they are two of the students from the academy, Clayton and Sinister X, they were literally manhandling Damian, but you see the skills and the knowledge that Damian was fighting back with everything that Ricardo taught him. You know, you never say die. He's trying to build his legacy, and that's what he's doing, especially against one of his classmates. Against Clayton, they were going back and forth, but
you would have to stack two Damians on top of each other to get the height of Clayton's like 6'12" or something like that. He's a tall little kid,
6'9",
and Damian I think is about I don't know, 4'8" or something. So like I said,
possibly
you can stack two of them up and to get the height of Clayton, which to me I would be intimidated, and Damian didn't seem all that intimidated. I mean, if he was, he certainly didn't show it. But we actually mentioned in a commentary that he showed a lot of heart, man. Like I said, I brought up the fact that he was getting beat down and just kept coming back. He wasn't like, he didn't take a hit and then try to run right to his corner and tag Ricardo. He would stay there and take more shots, and then eventually when it was time, you know, when he felt he couldn't do it anymore, he would need to go tag out, take a break. But he wasn't like, you know, a guy in his first real match. You know, he wasn't just taking a clothesline, for example, and then crawling over and getting right out. He was still showing a lot of heart, a lot of fire. I like that. And it's got a bright future if he keeps that up.
And he showed how much that heart was when he hit that, when the crowd erupted. As soon as he hit that big dive off the top rope to the outside, taking out X and Adams.
If you remember, Ricardo was actually about to execute a pretty big move, and he stopped him. He said, "No, let me be the one." He was trying to show that heart and determination there. A lot of respect right out of his first match. I'm sure a loss doesn't feel good from your very first match, but take nothing away from the kid, because I think he. Would you know, Joseph?
I do know about that.
Damian and Ricardo almost came so close picking up the victory, but with the dastardly man himself at ringside, Mr. Kevin Murphy, he grabbed the referee, pulled him out, and had him distracted as Sinister X went downstairs with the low blow, and that was it. They got the pinfall.
And we talked about this earlier when Ricardo was on, where Kevin Murphy is not done by a long shot.
He's going to throw every roadblock possible, anything that can get in the way of the success of Ricardo. Anything he does, he wants to make his life a living hell. That's what he wants to do. So, and moving along, because I'm sure there's not going to be the end of this story here.
No.
And if we can, I'm going to try to reach out to Kevin once he's done with his celebration, around the continents. See if we can get him on. If we can't get him on here, maybe we get him on one of the Thursday night slams. Maybe he'll be our very first guest on the first season 3 episode, if possible. But we'll have our people call his people, and we'll do some smooth. Yeah, we have people.
Oh, wow.
We'll
I can go for an Aruga's burger right now, by the way.
DoorDash.
Yeah, DoorDash.
3 hours from DoorDash.
3-hour tour.
You better tip him well.
Maybe I'll pick Aruga's up before I come to Jersey this weekend, and then I'll just drop it off.
We saw another great debut. Our next match, Steve Michaels.
Yes, from Chicago.
Master of the bear hug, as he said. Took on Tom Mitchell, who we've seen before in Three Legacies Wrestling. And Steve Michaels was very honored and humbled to be at Three Legacies Wrestling. As he said, it was actually Ricardo Rodriguez was one of the very first people who ever saw something in him when he was just starting out. So it was almost like a homecoming for him to come back and now work with Ricardo Rodriguez at Three Legacies Wrestling. So great debut for Steve Michaels. Unfortunately, he was not on the winning end of this match, as Tom Mitchell was victorious.
Yeah, that seems to happen quite common a lot where there's young talent that come in and certain vets will look and see something special that others don't see, and and they give them that opportunity. They give them that chance that no one else will to succeed in this business, and big ups, kudos to Steve showing what he can do for Three Legacies, and hopefully we don't, and hopefully that's not the last of him that we get to see. Hopefully we see some more of him in action. And big ups to Tom Mitchell for picking up that victory. It's not. I don't think that's not the first time we've seen him here in Three Legacies.
No, we've seen Tom Mitchell before.
Yeah.
So
First time we've seen Steve Michaels though, who I was very impressed with, especially for his size.
Yeah, as soon as they said from Chicago and Steve Michaels, the first thing that popped in my head was Mongo McMichael. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Mongo McMichael. Yep.
And
hope he's doing well, by the way.
the next one is a huge thing, a huge surprise for you gentlemen.
Yes.
Was the women's match, but you had a very special guest female commentator to join you in the booth. None other than Mandy Leon.
I was there the whole time. Oh, the other female. Sorry. I thought you were calling me a girl or something. Like, come on, man. You want to fight about it?
Yeah.
After school at the bike rack.
Yeah, I guess it was just all her and
3 o'clock.
all her and Chris there on commentary. Then,
Well, Joe said he was going to be an Italian gentleman, and
Yeah, I did say I'll give her my seat. I'll be a gentleman because I'm Italian and from Jersey, and sometimes we're not known for being gentlemen. But I gave up my seat and I went and took it ended up being like a 35-minute break because I didn't realize that intermission was right after this match. So I went outside. I sat in my car for a little bit. I called my wife. I came back in, and then Caroline and Jim said, "All right, see you in 15, 20 minutes." Oh, well, why did I bother coming back in? I could have used that time to go to Turkey Hill and get turkey or a hill, but I got nothing.
yes, that's exactly what they sell at Turkey Hill. Very good.
That's why they're called that.
Yeah, for that segment of the show, Mandy sat in on commentary as we got to see Lady Frost taking on La Chica Clara Carreras in a women's match here in Three Legacies. I know.
Hashtag support women's wrestling.
Yes, exactly.
You can
Mandy
see
Leon.
You can see more of Carla Carreras on the brand new Apple TV Plus show Monster Factory.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, I binge watched all of it yesterday. It's a great show. A lot of friends on there that I was happy to see on television.
I have not seen that, so I'm not.
Not only
try
was
to
this
check that out.
Not only was this a debut for these two women, but this was only the second women's match we've had in Three Legacies Wrestling. The first being Kayla Sparks versus Adina Steele from Chapter 2.
Yes, that was a very awesome match, though. And these girls, these women, I can't say girls, these women were hitting some nice cannonballs in each other in the corners.
The gymnastics backgrounds of both ladies on effect here. They executed more cartwheels in this match than I've done in a lifetime.
Yeah, like I was just blown up.
I've seen someone do a cartwheel once, but I was blown up from watching that. So
yeah, exactly.
You get blown up just driving to the show.
Yep.
Mandy Leon offered a lot of wisdom on her end because she has history with both Clara Carreras and Lady Frost. So she was able to offer a lot of background and insight into both ladies' careers, and very exciting match. Great women's match. Again, hashtag support women's wrestling. The women in professional wrestling today are some of the best that they've ever had in the industry. And I'm always excited to see more of it. And like we said, there's going to be more women on our next card, including a debut that you guys are not going to want to miss.
Awesome.
Lady Frost victorious, by the way.
And then from there, as Joe mentioned, they went into intermission, which we've seen all the stars going around selling their merch. So, like I said, you fans don't want to miss out. You need to come to one of the Three Legacies events, get the merchandise from the tables, from the wrestlers.
Even I took a picture with a fan during intermission. It was outside. I was very appreciative that someone actually asked me to take a photo with them.
Oh, I thought you were the fan.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the guy's name or anything like that, so I don't know if I'll ever see the picture if it's online somewhere. But It was.
I thought you were the fans' biggest fan, that you got a picture with them, that you asked them for a picture.
I don't even know what that means. The fans' biggest fan? Is that in English?
Yeah, you were the
Yes.
fans' fan. You were a fan of the fan, so you got their picture.
Yes.
Yes,
I
exactly.
think he said his name was Mark.
I'm not the fan champion. No, that guy's that guy blocked me on Twitter.
His name was Mark Kayfabe.
Yes, Mark Fabe.
No, his first name's K, last name's Fabe.
But you just said his first name was Mark.
No, I'm just telling you what he is.
I'm so confused. Sometimes Shio thinks in Spanish but speaks in English.
I can't even
I
speak
think-
in
Okay.
it. And we had some great high flying tag team action, as we got to see another guy who joined us on the pre-show live cast that we did. Tarzan Duran. He picked up the
I love that guy.
he picked up the victory for his team as he teamed up with Ace Dallas and Merrick Miami as they beat Richie Nightmare, Prince Piranha, and Mantequilla, or I like to call him the butter guy.
Yep, that's what he is.
Joe asked me if I'd ever seen Butterfly on commentary, and I said, yes, I have seen butterflies before.
When he goes diving over the top rope, hey, butterflies.
We've mentioned this before. You don't want to mess with a guy like Tarzan Duran. The guy eats bugs on purpose, as Joe talked about on commentary.
Yeah. Like what? He intentionally eats insects, and I mean, to consume that kind of crap, you got to be tough, right? You got to have a tough stomach and a tough, I don't know, gag reflex, and locusts he eats and all this other crap. I don't understand. He's from the jungles of Jersey, which I don't know where that is. I'm from the middle part of northern New Jersey, I guess.
Pine Barrens. Ask Paulie and Christopher. They know where it is.
This match was all over the place. We've seen a lot of high flying, a lot of dives to the outside. Prince Piranha and Mantequilla, they hit a double Hurricanrana off the top ropes onto the opponent's shoulders and flipped them over. They almost picked up the victory when Richie Nightmare gave, I believe it was Duran, a huge spine buster in the center of the ring. Oh my God, it was so
Beautiful spine buster.
dude. It was like those. It was like a double A spine. He drilled the hell out of him, and I thought that was it. But yeah, Duran picked up the W for his winning team. And when he was on the show with us, he said all that Dallas and Miami need to do was to stay out of his way and let him do what he needs to do. I guess he pretty much thought that, referred to himself, I guess, as the captain of the team. So you just do your things over there, get out of my way, and I'll pick up the victory for us.
Well, whatever he told them was effective because he was the one that picked up the win. So
it's like being a ball hog during a game. I swear to God, these guys nowadays.
Well, you both can attest to this from your careers. So sometimes a win is a win.
Yeah, true.
Well, always a win is a win. That's why it's called a win. Sometimes about it.
Do you care how you got the win?
Me, not particularly. As long as
There you go. So there you go.
That's what I'm saying. But there is no. Sometimes a win is a win. It's always a win. That's why it's called a win.
So there's no pride there with how you win.
Well, he didn't say anything about pride. I'm just saying literally, a win is a win. I don't need pride. As long as the record book shows W next to my name, I'm okay with that.
Well, you like the W's because I know you don't have that many of them, as you've mentioned on commentary multiple times.
I don't know. I'm supposed to remember that far back.
You're supposed to remember.
And the next match up the bat was one of the locals that he's been around. He's from Cockyville, but he been around the Legacies area for a very long time. Bro Keller, as he picked up the victory, a very hard hitting savage gentleman, Victor Benjamin. I have to say, I swear to God, I thought Keller was knocked the hell out when Benjamin came running into the corner with that knee right to the face, and he just let it lay right there. He let it sink in for everyone to register. Like, what the hell did we just see? Is like, dude, I didn't.
That was Crazy match. I talked to Bro Keller before they went out, and he told me, like, this is going to be an honor for me. I'm wrestling one of my best friends. We've been in each other's weddings. We've known each other for a long time. And then I don't know what was going through Victor Benjamin's head. I don't know if Bro Keller stole his peanut butter or something before the match, but only 2 minutes into that match, you could tell that Victor Benjamin was not, he was not fighting a friend in his mind. He was fighting to win.
No,
and
this was
it's
total
savage too.
abuse.
Savage gentleman.
Another thing, Keller, he put his body on the line on the apron part where he went up to the second rope on the outside ring.
Yes,
on the second rope, and delivered a cutter onto the side, and that's like one of the hardest parts of the ring right there. That the apron side is like.
Yeah, never heard that on commentary before.
And then they're both down, and like from my vantage point, from my angle, you see Keller just somehow spring up. I don't know if it was a burst of energy, the adrenaline was running through his body, whatnot.
Well, he is all energy.
Exactly.
I don't know where he gets it from. I wish I could have some of that.
Yeah, but hands, this was so brutal. I did not
Joe, Joe actually pointed this out on commentary. He said, we are seeing a lot more savage and a lot less gentleman right now.
Yeah, we were.
Honestly, he's
especially that knee that
right.
Gio brought up. I thought Keller was just gone.
Keller was in another dimension.
No doubt.
Less energy at that point.
Definitely less.
And in your main event of the evening, as we mentioned, that Delirious was in the house as he beat by I want to say, I can't really say it was by submission, they claim, but I don't think it was. It was more of a knockout, though.
More of a technical knockout, I would say.
Yeah, because he couldn't respond. The individual from the Fairchild Asylum, Smiley.
We have seen that Three Legacies wrestling before. Those masks represent his mood, and he wasn't doing a lot of smiling by the end of that match. That's for sure.
No, but
based on his mask, he seemed to be in a delirious mood after that. At least after the first couple minutes.
Yeah, it was the masked guys in green.
It was a long waiting match for Smiley. He'd been dreaming about this match for years to go one-on-one against Delirious, and just so happens he was sporting a tribute mask, paying homage to Delirious, and we all know when Smiley's out there, he's a little delirious himself with his with his innovative offense. What he uses when he was training his teacher, the Amazing Red, told him, just go out there and be creative. Do what you want. There's nothing off limits. You can be as creative as you want when it comes to your moveset. And that's what he always does. He goes out there and we see stuff that we never seen before. And like, where the hell did that come from? And this guy been all around all the independent circus. He worked for New Japan Pro Wrestling already. He did some Lucha Libre shows as well. I'm one of his biggest fans, Smiley, hands down. So, but for him not picking up this victory against the Delirious, I can't say nothing bad about it. Delirious is who he is. He is a former Ring of Honor superstar. He is the former head trainer of Ring of Honor. He's currently in Impact Wrestling. The guy traveled the world, trained with many different people. He showcased his talents. He beat a lot of people, a lot of heavy hitters out there, big name people. So for Smiley not to win here, it shouldn't be no kind of upset whatsoever. Matter of fact, at the end of the match, the locker room emptied out. Literally, the locker room emptied out just to help these two guys to their feet because they were down on the mat. Nobody was getting up. No. And Delirious stuck his hand out and showed respect to Smiley that the kid brought it.
Wonderful show of locker room camaraderie there. when everybody came out to pay respect. Although I did notice Tarzan Duran kind of walked out, just kind of looked at them, and then turned around and walked back.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah, I
he
mentioned
definitely
on
wasn't
commentary that everybody came out, and then Tarzan Duran was the last guy to come out. He came out, looked at the ring, and just made a left and kept going right to the front door. I thought it was hilarious.
So, gentlemen, overall, your thoughts on the night?
Again, another wonderful outing from Legacies Wrestling. Damn it, Joe. It was a Friday. You were correct about that.
No, I said which night. He just said your thoughts on the night. I had a blast, man, and
always do.
Yeah,
I love working commentary with this guy. We've known each other for 20 years now.
I can't wait till June 16th.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I had concert tickets for June 16th for a huge reunion show, a band that's not played live together. It's in 2009. And I sold those
Stallions.
tickets so I could be... No, I don't know what you're talking about. I sold those tickets so I could be in Lancaster.
The Young Stallions.
That too.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. No, it's Delirious, clearly, the band from the UK that you tagged in your post.
Yes!
Obviously. Yeah.
I will fix it. Damn. All right.
I want to give a couple of quick shout outs here to our awesome ring announcer, Carolina Jim, or Lancaster Jim, or Pennsylvania Jim, or I think one time we even called him Puxatawney Jim when we were doing the February show. Joe's come up with a couple of different names for him, but great job by him. Our officials, Bruce Delaney and Zach Carlucci. Wonderful job by them.
It's interesting. A lot of guys named Jim. Some of them just look like they've never been to a gym. Nothing against Carolina Jim, that's what popped in my head.
He was a big fan of the ring steps being available.
Yes, biggest pop of the night.
Yeah, I can't wait till those are painted and they have my face right on them. I'll put my stickers all over, my Joey Image stickers.
We're gonna put stickers on the inside, on the side. No.
And a shout out to Babaconda Productions for doing a great job with the production work. Andrew and his crew.
I love Andrew.
And we also had two photographers at ringside. The one gentleman I didn't get the name of, but we also had Jocelyn from JoJo Photos out there. So we have a whole host of staff that's doing their thing from commentary to sound. Well, me on sound, like, obviously.
I've just been sent a short video about 3LW's sponsor Arugas. I don't know if you want to play this real quick.
You can play it. Yes.
Very short. It's only 15 seconds.
That's fine.
Right.
Hang on.
Let's go.
There's always a reason to visit Aruga's Grill House and Sports Bar. Treat yourself to our fresh made-to-order food options and over 40 beers on tap. Watch the big game, catch up with old friends, or enjoy a family night out. Aruga's, this is your turf.
Okay. Wonderful.
I like that. That's going to stay right where it's at.
I would like to get Carolina Jim to voice over the word Arugas when he screams it in that commercial, but that was pretty cool. I appreciate that. Thank you,
now,
Stephen Aruga.
Now, if we can get more clips of our sponsors, that'd be great. Then we could just have them play instead of us trying to explain it, because we're horrible at this plug-in stuff. Oh my God.
You're horrible. I'm terrible.
Yeah. Okay. That's my middle name. Horrible. That's Joey Terrible Image. He's a terrible image. And we'll come up with something for Chris.
Joseph JPEG.
Yeah, there you go.
The dog 8 feet away.
The dog's not really there. That's just his green screen. That's the image. That's the image in the back.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll get a green screen and I'll just in the background I'll just use a picture of the actual room.
Yeah, but make sure it's clean. That way you know.
This part will be he'll turn around and be like, "Oh, hey, buddy," and he'll be petting the floor.
Well, hold up, because if he does that, he never has to clean up the room ever. Then he'll just put the green screen up.
That's a good point.
Well,
I didn't think of it that way.
Don't encourage it.
Like my room, it's always clean. It always looks the same.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you never do anything. The lights are always on and nobody's ever home.
Exactly.
And apparently it's nighttime, even though we're live.
Well, he's inside of a studio, so you can't see the snow. I mean,
I could change the studio. I can put the nice skyline behind me or something.
You're gonna say I can change the studio. I can put the sun up.
Actually the sun is up. I can put the strip club behind me too.
There you go.
It is what it is. But
don't show the video of me, okay? $15 is $15, right?
Yeah, exactly. Money's tight. We need it. Yeah, we have a whole host of other sponsors besides Arugas and Red also as well. Red Rose. as their official ticket outlet. Right there.
Yeah, if you're a sponsor of 3 Legacies Wrestling, give us some information, record a little video, we'll play it on here.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get it out there and stuff. So it'd be great. Also, another sponsor, Kingdom Exterminating. Like I said, I don't have all the information. That's why I was hoping Carolina Jim would be here, because he was great at plugging them at the show.
Ooh.
Insurance Services United.
Arugas.
Yeah. As well as Gerber Property Services.
Yo,
And-
property services and baby food is a tremendous combination.
I'm sure it is.
And Union Home Mortgage. But once we get something more official, like either video, or if we put something together where like a slideshow, whatever, with a video, just, you know, our advertisements, whatever.
Welcome to post-production, guys.
Yeah,
Folks, welcome to today's post-production meeting.
exactly.
Well, we can keep the Arugas commercial, and
we call it on the fly. That's what we do. We call
we
everything on
can,
the fly.
We can hopefully get other videos or clips from other sponsors.
Only way to do it. One take. Get it right the first time.
So, coming next week on episode 2.
Oh god, we have to
Deuce.
do it again?
Deuce. Yeah. Episode 2. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it at your house.
Oh, I'm not doing anything in my house.
What?
Why,
I
what's
can't
going
come.
on next week?
Well, we can do the show at your house because I'll be in Richfield on Saturday night. So maybe
As
I'll
will
come.
I.
Well, maybe I can come crash at your place.
Oh
And we-
yeah,
and-
we'll see.
And
I don't even remember there was a show next week. I forgot. But I will be there at NFW as we make our return from our winter. Also, another company taking a winter hiatus, NFW. We took one here on the show, and they took one there at their shows.
See, it
And
worked
we will
out.
both be back together next Saturday. Yep.
Yeah, because I have a show down in South Jersey I got to be at on Sunday morning. So, like I said, we could,
South
like I
Jersey,
said,
that's closer to Philly than here.
well, it's closer for me to drive from North Jersey to South Jersey than it is to drive all the way home and then to South Jersey. But whatever, it is what it is. We'll
Yeah,
figure
no,
everything
we'll
out
figure
though, on the fly. But yeah, next week we should have like 1 or 2 matches to announce for the upcoming April show. Where is that?
April
Graphic
29th.
at- Yep, I was looking for the
April
graphic
29th.
again. Back at the Brightside Opportunity Center, spring forward. Hopefully it feels like spring by then.
It's
But,
26 degrees here in Lancaster right now. So very spring-like temperatures.
What is it in Jersey? It's 33. Red flag warning. What does that mean? Heard that term.
I don't know which dating app are you on?
Got a red flag warning until 8 p.m. for gusty winds. I don't remember him. Was he a jobber in WWF?
Gusty winds.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Sandy Beach, Dusty Rhodes, gusty winds.
I want to see Dusty Rhodes versus Gusty Winds. That would have been a hell of a match.
Yeah, so
Sandy Beach.
if anybody wants any of our merchandise like this, see this nice cup here, Chris, we got to get you some merch too. Look,
I would
see,
love some merch.
we can
I love
look,
merch.
Our BodySlams podcast coffee mug. I got a glass here. We also have shirts and stuff like that as well on our site. Let me see if I can bring it up for everybody. Add this to the boom. There we go. Look at that. We got some cool stuff here. Different designs. Our Thursday night slam was very, very popular. I love the way the colors stick out in our breakfast and body slams with a coffee cup and donut with the little luchador there. So
Lucha
yeah,
Donut?
yeah, lucha donut. Yeah, so you can go on there. Any of the items you purchase, people, will go right to funding this, to keeping this stream alive as we broadcast live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Well, not Instagram yet, but also I have this streaming to LinkedIn as well. Ooh.
Yeah, that's kind of
There we
weird.
go.
Hey, might as well put it's there. Might as well use it, right?
Well, we can.
I agree with that.
You
Use
can
it or
only-
lose it.
Yeah, well, we can lose it and link it to a account that actually gets some traction. No one who's looking at your LinkedIn. That's a find a job.
I
You
will.
never- well, there
I'll
you
look
go.
at it.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
look at it
maybe-
just for
maybe-
you.
Wrestling
Maybe
podcast.
people from the media
That
world
could be
look
removed to add another Facebook page or something, or an Instagram Live
Well,
or something.
Well, maybe the people in the media industry
Hungry.
who's looking for broadcasters will see us fine gentlemen and want to say, "Hey, we want to sign yous."
God, that
Where
was-
do you see fine gentlemen?
I know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I know. I look in the mirror. I don't see any. That's all right.
All right.
Use guys. Use guys. Hey, use guys.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. So this is the end of the show. This is the part where we start to head out of here. Then,
Oh God.
He's zooming in like he does.
There we go. Aw.
The Italian Beagle buddy. We love you, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
How do I go back?
What?
How do I go back?
$200 for this camera. You think I'd figure it out by now?
All right. So we will have Chris O'Malley back as he's going to be one of our regular analysts. I can actually add him to our.
Oh God.
Here you go.
One time I called the dog Doug.
Doug.
Yeah, because I was thinking Dougie and Buddy. Or no, I was thinking dog and Buddy at the same time, and it came out Dougie. And my wife was like, "Did you just call him Doug?" Go,
That would be a cool name, Doug.
yes,
Not even a little surprised at
Doug
that.
the
happened.
dog.
Doug the dog. All right. We're watching
Buddy.
Up now.
Or Dudley. Dudley.
Buddy, are you there?
Is,
You can answer me?
Buddy?
is he alive?
Buddy.
Is he breathing?
Yes.
Buddy.
Put a mirror by
He's
his
blinking.
nose. It's like Snoopy.
Yeah,
You put a
his
you put a
stomach going up when he breathes. Don't say that. He's
All right.
breathing. Jesus Christ. Yes, he's alive. Is anyone else still awake watching this crap? Come on, man.
we got one viewer.
There we go.
But all right, so we'll see everyone next week for episode 2 of Breakfast and BodySlams. We'll have more 3 Legacies of Wrestling information about who to look forward to in the upcoming matches. As
And
well, we
Get
will,
your tickets in advance if you want to be there. We have sold out 3 months in a row. I can't stress that enough. Get your tickets in advance, especially if you want first or second row, because they are sold out weeks before the show.
There will be probably less tickets sold for this next event because I won't be there, or the one after.
Can
I
I-
won't be there either.
Can I do some cheap plugs?
sure, cheap plugs. We always like
All
They're
that.
all
right.
cheap.
I love
If we
cheap
don't pay
plugs.
for them, they're all
All
cheap.
my plugs are the cheapest ever. Guys, follow me on social media. I am at Chris O'Mealy on
Oh my
Facebook,
God, we're plugging
Twitter,
ourselves now.
Instagram,
Okay.
and TikTok. If you
There
want
you-
to watch
TikTok.
my Twitch or YouTube, it's CKCC online on Twitch and CKCC video on YouTube. There you go. Cheap plugs out of the way.
Eventually, you guys send me all those links so I can put them in our.
I can do that.
They'll show up in our link section
If the
when
cats. Maybe next week I'll have a cat on, so I can get involved with the pet.
I'll bring
pet
Andre
feed.
to I'll bring Andre to
Yeah,
guinea
we'll
down
get a
then
guinea
too.
pig. I'll get a cat. We got Buddy the beagle.
So
We'll make shirts. We'll make merch with them on it.
all right, everyone. Oh, excuse me, I just burped here.
Yo,
Thank you for-
wait. How come we didn't
Whoa,
plug
whoa,
ourselves?
whoa.
He plugged all his shit. We didn't plug our stuff.
Well,
We got to plug
Then-
our. Well, we usually don't plug our own stuff. We usually just plug the show stuff. So
Well,
you
then
jumped
get-
in with this. I'm going to get myself over thing. Well, now I'm going to get myself over.
it's not my
Go.
fault you haven't gotten yourself over.
I just plugged
Well,
our
like I said,
Twitters
we
in
don't
the con-
usually do that. We usually just plug our show and stuff. But now I'm going to plug all my crap. Joey Image
Do
TV on all social platforms, and I think that's it. Actually, don't follow my TikTok. TikTok is
All right.
stupid.
All
Although
right,
I do
got
have like
this.
15,000 views, but it's dumb.
You made such a big deal about that, and then you're just like, Joe Image TV, that's it.
I think that's all it is. Yeah.
I'll keep it simple for everybody. You just gotta go to chio247.com and everything's linked up on there, and you'll find me. That's it.
Yeah, I
I'm
should
going to go
probably
there on an
do
off
something
day.
like that,
so
actually.
24/8.
Yeah. And don't forget up there at the top at BodySlamsPodcast.com.
Wait, I'm pointing that way. There we go.
Yeah, that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
we have stickers on the site, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Because I want the Breakfast and Body Slam sticker.
Yeah.
He's gonna
BodySlams
slap it
Podcast.
right on
Yeah,
his bandana, right on the
I got to
front.
put it on my laptop.
Yeah.
.com. You can like, share, comment,
I'll
subscribe.
buy a laptop just to put stickers on it.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget to hit up our pod shop for the merchandise as well. You can go back and check out our playlist on the YouTube channel. We have playlists of season 1, season 2, and now currently this will be season 3 starting out. But we also have the other 2 seasons of Thursday Night Slam, and we have some pop-up play bombs, which they are very rare. They just happen whenever we feel like popping up.
You can see in our season 2 episodes appearances from many stars, various stars: Awesome Kong, Rhea Ripley, Dennis Reaper, Chio 24/7. Who else? I don't even remember. We had so many people on.
We did the Joey Image birthday bash.
Oh, we did. I don't remember that. For me?
Yeah.
Or the other Joey?
No, the Joey.
Well, he passed away, so I thought
No,
maybe we did something in honor of him.
You
Oh,
had,
cool. I'll have to go watch that.
He doesn't remember.
Was I there for
Brooklyn
it?
Bash.
Was I on that?
and you can listen.
Yeah, he and Tony Reyes is on every week too. Most weeks sometimes, so I forgot to see him also.
And if you're on the go and you want to just listen to us, whether you're in your car or at the gym or whatever, we are also on streaming media platforms as for audio content. The links are on the website. As far as, let me see here, we are on Red Circle, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, and Stitcher.
What's Red Circle?
Well, that's the one that's actually on our webpage there.
I've never heard of that.
Which I'm gonna have to go in there and make sure that's updated, because right now I'm looking at it and it's only showing the last one November 28th. So I have to go in there and update that, make sure it's everything official. So, but with that being said, we're taking up too much time of everyone out there who wants to enjoy their Sundays, which will be, like I said, we'll be back next week at 10 a.m. So jump on into the chat room. Comments and questions are encouraged. So please do not hesitate to give a shout out, or if you want to, like I said, ask questions away to any of us or our guests, it'd be most welcoming. And for everyone here, I'm Chio Frost, Mr. Joey Image.
I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah, that guy. And Chris O'Malley tuning in, and now is going to be one of our regular analysts on the show. One half of the broadcast team for 3 Legacies Wrestling. And we are the BodySlam Podcast, and this is Breakfast and BodySlams, and we'll see yous next week. Thank you for tuning in.